What's good, family? It's your brother Abdul, and today we're gonna make Haitian meatballs. So for today, we're gonna be using my favorite sauce, which is Flavorful, guys. What is Flavorful? Flavorful is tofu, but it's soy-free. They only use pumpkin seeds and water to create this incredible recipe. All right, guys. Why am I using Flavorful? Because it's packed with protein. This thing has 17 grams of protein. All right, guys, that is a lot of protein for you to have. I'm gonna be using the whole pack, and I'm gonna show you the mixture that I created that will make many recipes: meatballs, hamburgers, spaghetti and meatballs. You could use this recipe. You just add a different type of seasoning, which is like an Italian seasoning, and it's the same meat. And this is all whole foods, guys. We are not going to be using any fake meats. This is going to be pecans, Flavorful, and beans. All right, you ready? Let's go. All right, guys, so for us to start off this recipe, we're gonna get our black beans. All right, so for my beans, you could get a can of beans, or you could boil some beans. I'm using some organic beans here for this recipe, so I'm gonna just add it into the bowl, and I'm gonna use my little handy smasher right here, which will help me smash down my beans. Okay. All right, family, so after smashing down your black beans, we're gonna grab our Flavorful. The reason I'm doing it this way is because we wanna break down the hardest part of this recipe, which is the Flavorful and the black beans. If you don't have Flavorful, you can use tofu for this recipe as well. This is just a soy-free version of the meatballs that I'm creating. So I'm taking the whole pack of Flavorful, and I'm gonna just crumble it inside the bowl with the black beans. And it should look like this. All right, guys, so just mix it together. Make sure everything is nicely broken and there's no chunks. Make sure you remove all the chunks. All right, guys, so I'm gonna add in my green peppers and jalapenos into the mix. Now I'm gonna add my red peppers into the mix. Now for my onions to the mix. All right, guys, you guys know I am a big fan of pecans, so I have my pecans, which I'm gonna be adding to the mix. For those that have a pecan allergy, you can use walnuts or almonds if you like, but we're gonna stick with pecan for today to give this meatball that meaty flavor. So now I'm adding in my pecans. Also, the full recipe for this will be below. All right, guys, so if you need that recipe, head down there below. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe and share me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. All right, guys, so now we're gonna just mix everything in. Look how beautiful that looks. Almost look like Christmas lights. This smells amazing, guys. Shout out to Flavorful for creating this soy-free tofu that is packed with protein. I'm not gonna lie, guys, while losing my weight, this was one of my #1 recipe, like making meatballs, you know, meatballs with plantains, meatballs with rice, with that 4 tablespoons of chia seeds I told you guys in the rice, because, you know, this is whole foods and it's packed with all the protein that you need throughout the day. So I'm gonna now go in and use my hands to make sure it's mixed well. Because remember, when we were making a meatball, right? So look how the Flavorful comes together with the pecan. Look at this giant meatball, guys. If you're making a hamburger, you could also use the same meat. Just don't add all the peppers and onions, but you could use the same meat to create a hamburger, guys. It's an incredible recipe, and it's all whole foods with black beans, pecans, and pumfu. All right, guys, so I got my seasoning here, and again, it will be in the description below. It's easy things that you have in the house: garlic, onion powder, and burger seasoning, guys. That's all you need. So we're gonna add that into the bowl, and then we're gonna mix that in, guys. We're gonna mix this in, and then we're gonna taste it to see if it has enough salt and if it tastes right before we put it in the air fryer. Guys, this is an air fryer recipe, so you don't need to fry this at all. So no oil was used in this recipe. This is an air fryer recipe. Hi family, so now we're gonna add our flour in our mixture after we tasted it. Because remember, you have to taste this just to see if it has enough salt and seasoning. All right, so we're gonna add it in. You don't want to taste this with the flour because remember, flour is raw. So now we're gonna mix that in so we could begin to make our meatballs. You want to make sure you mix that in nicely, guys, so you could be able to form your meatball. All right, guys, so now I'm going to teach you guys how I make my Vegan King's meatballs, or you could say boulette in Haitian. All right, guys, so we grab a handful, all right, maybe the size of a mini peach or a lemon, right? You just grab a piece and you make it into a bowl. Because remember, you want to make it the size that you like. Doesn't matter if it's big or small, it's the size that you like. So then it's going to be like this. I'm going to put it down. All right, family, your meatballs should look just like this. All right, so now we're going to put this in the air fryer for 15 minutes at 350 degrees. All right, guys, so I sprayed some grapeseed oil in this tray so I can put my meatballs in the air fryer for 15 to 20 minutes at 350. So now I'm gonna make you a sauce, guys. This is just a nice little sauce that you want to add to the meatballs while you're plating because it's delicious. Remember, the air fryer will dehydrate the meatballs, so this sauce will give it that deliciousness and moisture that it needs. It is not recommended, but if I was you, I would definitely make this. It comes out so well and tasty. Add some water, some onions, some seasoning you like. I'm adding some hot sauce. It's gonna be so banging, guys. I can't wait for you guys to try this. And don't forget, I have a brand new ebook that dropped with a few recipes, so definitely check that out. Now, let's go for the bite. Look at the meatball, family. Look at that, family. That is delicious. I made some white rice with some sauce pois. So, or you could say black beans, avocado, banging. I'll see you guys next week. Peace.